And I love your top line from your notes, is that the Italians want it all. No Brussels and cheap funding. That is utterly an impossible dream, isn't it?
Well, it's not a dream. They've been having that for the last few years. 20% or more of the Italian government debt is now effectively monetized by the Bundesbank, and Italy's been riding on German savings, which have been rewarded at negative real interest rates for many years, despite boom in Germany. So under Chief Draghi, the ECB has been a source of great subsidy for the Italian economy. The issue is now going forward, if a new government in Rome goes in the direction of much bigger fiscal deficits, which require an even bigger train or gravy train from Germany, is the German political system going to tolerate that? Or is Chancellor Merkel going to be forced to, in some way, cut back on that gravy train?
And, Brendan, I was reading, yes, Brendan's pointed out to your top line on your notes, and I was reading through your notes, and I found myself quite tense at the thoughts of what you think could happen to the Eurozone. Is this because at the height of the crisis last week you were very concerned about actually Italy's exit from the Euro, or is that too backward-looking, or do you think this all could still come to pass?
Well, there's two things. I don't think the Italian government is going to start on an exit route. They're on too good a thing at the moment, and they're going to hope to extend that. There is the danger at some stage, if markets get the idea that Germany is going to say no at some point, that we get capital flight out of Italy, which could force some sort of Italian exit. But there's a general second point I want to make here, is that Italy is not Greece. It's got a huge private sector savings surplus, it's got a current account surplus, it's got a fiscal deficit which now is only 1% of GDP. It's totally different from Greece, which would have descended into hyperinflation and bankruptcy if it had left the Eurozone.
So Italy's not Greece, so you think there would be a way for Italy to leave the Euro smoothly?
Oh, definitely. Nothing's going to be smooth. By any sort of capital flight crisis is going to be drama. But what I would say at the end of that process, there is life possible for Italy outside the Eurozone in a fairly stable and prosperous form.